So today we are going to create um, this drippy nameplate type of design. You will need to split your screen and have Clucky on one side and this tutorial on the other side. Now, the first thing we want to do, if you have anything on the screen here, you're definitely going to want to save it, and you will click this little blue arrow here, or if you're in this area, you would click the word save. However, this will compact everything and it will make it a flat picture, and it will not have layers. So it will be a background in that sense of the word. But today, while we're working, we're going to make sure that as we go along, you're going to go to File here and you're going to click Overwrite. And Overwrite is going to update what you have on your screen throughout the whole session. That way, in case something were to happen, if your Chromebook crashes or anything like that, then we can go back to Clucky, and it will still have all of your layers, and it'll be safe, and you'll be able to work with that. So the first thing we want to do, if you have anything on your screen here, is we want to go up to the blank canvas that is up here to the top right hand corner. So I'm way up here at the top right hand next to the word Clucky. You want to tap there. And then you want to make sure to click on the checkerboard. That's the transparent background. We want to click there and hit OK. Now we want to be able to see the entire page. So we're going to come up here to the very top next to the hand here. There's a plus and a minus sign. We're going to choose the minus sign so that you can see the entire canvas all the way around. Next, we're going to go up here to the top. You may see a brush here, but you're going to click there and you're going to choose the brush and you're going to choose a color. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to choose a purple. If you come down here onto the color bar that's down here, you can go back and forth and choose your colors that way. You can also go from dark to light colors by moving that little circle or orb that's in there and moving it back and forth. And then you can see the color down here at the bottom of the color that you've chosen. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a color. You can pick any color you'd like. Then I'm going to come down here to where it says size, okay, right here. We're going to make sure that we have the pencil chosen. If you hover, or the pen, I should say, if you hover over the icon, it will tell you what it is. So we're going to make our pencil, or pen, I should say. I keep calling it a pencil. That's okay. To about 70% or 71. And we're going to hold our finger down on our touchpad and click and drag all the way across the top, making sure we get everything filled in on that top area there. And then we're going to drag down, and I'm holding my finger on my touchpad and dragging my finger along to make these little drips. And you can make them large, small, however you'd like them to be. Now here at the end, if I do not close the space between these two purple lines here, and I go to use the paint bucket, it's going to fill up the whole screen. So I want to click and make sure to fill in and connect. Now it's a shape, and when I go to the paint bucket and click, now it fills it in. But you can see, I don't know if you can see on your screen, but I see little white lines in there. That means the tolerance level is too low. So down here is the tolerance where you see me toggling here. And I'm going to go to about, I want to say, let me try 95% and see if that fills up the lines for me. Yes, it did fill up the lines for me. So you may want to try 95%. It may be different on yours. So you just give it a try and decide which tolerance level is best for you. Now I forgot a step. And I forgot a background. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to click on the layers here. That's that stack of papers. Okay. We're going to click on the plus sign. Click that. And then we're going to move layer 2 underneath layer 1 by clicking and dragging. And we're going to rename our layers. The way we do this is we double click on the layer. And then we come over here and I'm going to name my bottom layer background. And then hit rename. Then I'm going to come up to layer 1, double click, and I'm going to name this the name of my color. So my name of my color is purple. And then I'm going to hit rename. Now this will be important when we do some steps that you've actually named your layers. So now I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to click the plus sign. Oh, nope, I'm not. I'm going to duplicate the purple layer because I want it to look exactly the same. We're just going to change the color. So while I have my purple layer chosen, I'm going to go up right above here. There is a double stack with a plus sign next to the garbage can. So I'm going to click that. And what that does is that duplicates the layer that I just had underneath. I'm going to go ahead and click it twice, and I'm going to name it dark purple. You can call yours dark, whatever the name of your layer is going to be. Then I'm going to go up to the paint bucket here, and I'm going to go down to a darker purple. And you want to make it pretty significant so that it looks completely different from the purple that you put in there before. Okay, so that's quite dark. That looks good. Now I'm going to go back to my layers, and I'm going to click the duplicate again. Okay. I'm going to go to my paint bucket, and this time I'm going to choose a completely different color, and I'm going to go into the pink family here and maybe do a lighter pink. So you can choose any color you'd like. All right, I like that. I'm going to go back here. Make sure that I'm on this new layer here, okay? And I'm going to click the bucket and change it to the pink. And I'm going to go back to my layers, and now I'm going to double tap, and I'm going to rename this pink. Okay, now it's time to create or duplicate another layer. So we should have a total of 5 layers, but only 4 with color. So I'm going to hit the little plus sign here next to the garbage can right there, duplicate it, and this time I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to double tap, and I'm going to call this dark pink. And yours would be dark, whatever color you chose. Okay, now I'm going to go to my bucket, and I'm going to choose a much darker pink so that there's definitely a difference between them. Okay, now the next part might be a little tricky, but follow along. So click on the layers, and what we want to do is we want to put purple at the top. So I'm going to go, it's the layer right above the background. Mine's called purple. And I'm going to click and hold it and then drag it all the way up to the top. And then I'm going to go to the dark purple, click and hold it and drag it underneath the purple. And then my pink, I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it above the dark pink. So now I should have my regular color, my dark color, my regular color, my dark color, the background. So what we're going to do now is we are going to create the shadows or the drop shadows. So I'm going to go to my dark purple underneath purple because purple is the color I'm looking at right now. I'm going to go to the dark purple. I'm going to click on edit and then transform, and the little window is going to pop up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag down and to the left. Down. So down. Oop, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. Cancel. Nope, I'm on the right one. Okay. Let me try that again. Transform. Okay. There we go. It wasn't on the section there. So you see, I can drop the shadow here. I can go to the right with it, or I can go to the left with it. I think I'm going to go a little bit to the right and just make it come out just a little bit there, and then hit OK. Then I'm going to go back to my layers, and this time I got to drag my pink down because we do not see my pink layer. So I'm going to be on the pink layer, go up to Edit, click on Transform, and then I'm going to pull my pink straight down. Oops, wrong one. Am I on my pink layer? It's always good to go back and check. Nope, I'm not. So go on my pink layer, Edit, and Transform. You can always go back. And I'm going to pull that straight down so that the pink is showing. And now I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to go to my dark pink layer. Make sure I'm clicked on there. Go up to Edit, Transform. Make sure I'm on the box here, the little drag down box, and I'm going to drag it down and to the right, just like I did the other one, and then hit OK. Awesome. So now I have this really pretty drip with shading going on. So you're probably thinking about the background where we see the checkerboard here. So this is the next step. So now we're going to go back to the layers, go all the way down to the layer that we named background. We're going to go up to the paint bucket, and we're going to choose a color. And I'm going to choose a pretty bright color, and I want to stay in the blues. Come up here, get the color I like, go back to the paint bucket, and then tap in the checkerboard area. So now I have a really pretty blue background. The next step we're going to do is we're going to add text. So let's go to our layers, and we're going to go all the way up to the very top layer and click on it. And up there, we're going to click the regular plus sign, which is for a new layer. So that's going to put the text on top of everything. Now, before I go in, I want to choose the colors of my text. And I know I'm going to be using two colors. So in this box here, I have red chosen. I'm just going to go around and make it, let's see, maybe a dark red. And then I'm going to tap here, right there to turn that red. And then I'm going to tap here, and I'm going to use, let's see, maybe a yellow would be interesting. So now here at the bottom, I have yellow and red chosen. And you'll see why that's important in just a few minutes. So now I'm going to add text. So I'm going to come up to my paint bucket. I'm going to click up there, or whatever you have up here at the top under the word Klecky. And I'm going to go down to the letter T. And it doesn't matter where you put this letter T on your screen because we're going to adjust it. So I'm going to click there. And here you can see that yellow and that red. So I'm going to choose the T that is not filled in. And I'm going to choose red. And now I'm going to type my name down at the bottom. And I'm going to use all caps. Okay. So as you can see, the outside is red outline and yellow filled in. So let me go here, and I'm going to increase my letter size by 300 and hit enter. Now the line width, you can barely see the red, so I'm going to come here to the line width, and I'm going to slide it, and that's going to increase the size of the red letter there. Don't mess with rotation. It just messes things up. Over here, we have letter spacing that you can click, and that's going to put space between your letters. As you can see, it's doing mine right now. And then we have line height, where you can actually make your letters taller. You can also change over here the type of font that you're using. And I'm going to come up here and use the cursive font. Now you're probably thinking, hey, it's off-centered. It doesn't look great. And you're right, it doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click down here. And actually what I'm doing is I'm actually moving my background by clicking and moving my finger on my touchpad. So there's a plus and a minus sign right here. I'm going to click that minus so that I can see everything. And then I'm going to adjust where I want my letters to go. And because my layer for my letters is on the top of all of the colors, you see how it's on top there. It's not going behind. So I could put my letters here, or I can drop them down right here. Now, if I think they're too big, I can also come back down here and reduce the size again to now where they're a little bit smaller and they can fit right there. And once you get it where you like it, you hit OK, and then it will adjust on your screen here. Now you can add other things to this picture if you like. It's totally up to you. But if you've gotten to this point, we're going to save it. So if you're going to work on it some more, tomorrow, let's just say it's the end of class and the timer has gone off. If it's the end of class, you want to go down here and you want to click on overwrite or store. And then you can see the picture here of when you stored it last. I should have been clicking this during the whole time I was creating this artwork to make sure it stayed update, but I forgot to do that. But if it's ready to turn in, you can click up here at the blue arrow there, or you can click here. You want to make sure this says PNG, and then you save it, and it's going to go to your Google Drive. Now, I'm going to name it my last name, and then hit save, and now it's in my drive. Okay, so now it's time to turn in your work once you've saved it to your Google Drive, and it's going to be a little different than what we've done before. What we usually do before is we take a picture, but you're not going to have to take a picture. So let's just pretend this is my classroom. This is a fake classroom. So you're going to click on the classroom. You're going to click on the classwork page, and you're going to look for the word turn in on today's date. Now, for what you're seeing right now, it's going to look different. This is a fake classroom. So it's going to be today's date, and you're going to see the word turn in. You're going to click on the assignment, scroll down to the bottom here where it says view instructions, click there, and this may take a second to load. And over here to the right, you're going to see where you're going to add your picture. So you'll come up here and click add, and this time, instead of going down to the red, you're going to go to Google Drive. And then you'll find the picture in Google Drive. Let's just pretend this is the picture, and you'll click add. Once it loads up here, then you're going to click turn in. And that is how you turn in this digital work project, and it's how you're going to be doing it for the rest of the time that we're doing digital art. If you have any questions, please let me know.